Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Harmon. I work for Bowman in the R&D department as a software developer. Every time you log into a website, you type your password, type your email, click login, and boom, you're set. It may seem simple, but behind the scenes, the system is working and performing processes to ensure that you are who you say you are and the wrong person is not gaining access. Today I'm going to inform you about how website login security works. As a software developer, I work with APIs, databases, user accounts, web applications, and much more. So authentication is a first-class citizen to me. This topic matters because almost everyone uses login screens daily. We use them for email, banking, school, shopping, and much more. Even if someone does not work in technology, they still trust that these systems are protecting their private information. Today I'll explain three parts of website login security. First, authentication. Are you who you say you are? Second, we'll talk about sessions. This is authentication persisting in a state so you don't have to always re-authenticate with every step that you take. And three, we're going to be talking about extra layers of security, commonly known as multi-factor authentication. First, authentication. The Open Worldwide Application Security Projects, commonly known as OWASP, defines authentication as verifying who you say you are, whether that be a user, an organization, a system. Are you who you say you are and what you claim to be? In my work as a software developer, that usually starts with a login form, a username, email, password. The system then checks that information against a database. And within that database, a hash of the password is stored. So even if someone were to gain access to the database, they still would never be able to see the user's or a system's password in clear text. So it's encrypted also. Secondly, there are sessions. And after you've successfully logged into a system, there's usually a session that's working behind the scenes as well. And this session stores your application state. I like to think of this as attending a concert or an event and they give you a wristband. And the wristband is a quick way for security staff to identify that you are allowed to be back there. You are allowed to be at this concert without you having to enter information, sign back up again, just by you entering and leaving a bathroom, for example. So just like authentication credentials, session state should also be protected, because if someone steals your wristband, then they now have access to the concert or event or the system. Thirdly, there is extra security layers. This is multi-factor authentication. NIST, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, outlines a document that describes these different levels of assurance, these different assurance levels. So in simple terms, that means some systems may require more levels of extra security. So as you can imagine, banking, healthcare, those should require extra levels of security because gaining access to those could be catastrophic compared to someone accessing your Netflix, for example. So in conclusion, website login security is more than just a username and password. It's authentication, it's sessions, and it's extra layers of security to ensure you are who you say you are. So next time you log into a website, remember, you're not just verifying who you are, you're trying to keep the bad guys out.